Good afternoon, and thank you for watching us on ABC50 NOW Live. I'm Isabella Colello.
And I'm Delaney Kepner with a look at our weather. Temperatures won't make it out of the single digits in the North Country today, with highs around 9 degrees and sunshine. Temperatures will drop below zero this evening, but will rise back up after midnight, so we'll be waking up to temperatures around 10 degrees in the morning. Tomorrow afternoon will be warmer, with highs in the 20s and mostly cloudy skies. Highs will be around 15 degrees on Friday, but temperatures will be dropping back down below zero over the weekend. Our full 7-day forecast and up-to-date weather alerts are available online on informnny.com. Now, let's take a look at the latest North Country news.
The mask mandate in New York State remains in effect. The mandate was reinstated on Tuesday after an appeals court judge granted a stay, temporarily blocking a ruling that struck down the mandate on Monday, when a judge ruled it was unconstitutional since emergency powers were no longer in place. New York State Attorney General James filed a notice of appeal following the ruling, and another hearing on the mask debate is now scheduled for Friday morning. Governor Hochul said that the mask mandate is critical to save lives, prevent the spread of COVID, and keep businesses and schools safe. Legal experts say this is only the beginning of a case that will likely play out in higher courts in the coming weeks. In the meantime, masks will be required in schools and in public places per the state mandate.
World War II veteran and honored community member Glen Dodge has died. Dodge was featured in our Veterans Voices special in November when we highlighted his extraordinary life, and he shared some of the most memorable experiences with the North Country. He turned 104 years old in October when family, friends, and community members filled the streets for his birthday parade. Dodge lived through various events throughout the century, including being drafted into World War II when he was only 23 years old. He received a Purple Heart for injuries he sustained during the war, and among the many things he accomplished, he served on the village board, worked with a nonprofit senior housing company, and was a member of the Chameau Volunteer Fire Department for more than 80 years. I had the pleasure of sitting down with Glen Dodge for an interview. He was an incredible person with a big story to tell, an even bigger heart. You can see the full interview on our website. We send our condolences to his family.
Fort Drum has increased restrictions due to the recent rise in COVID-19 cases. The military base has moved from health protection condition Alpha Plus to Bravo. Public affairs officials said that reducing the spread of COVID remains at a high priority in order to protect people who aren't eligible for the vaccine and have compromised immune systems. With the increase in restrictions, additional changes will be made at all food courts and dining facilities on Fort Drum.
New York is expanding medical marijuana eligibility and has set up a new cannabis certification and registration system. The program will now allow a patient to get certified for medical marijuana by a practitioner for any condition they see fit. More patients will be allowed to obtain a prescription for medical marijuana, and more practitioners will be able to prescribe it, including dentists, podiatrists, and midwives. New York State's Office of Cannabis Management announced that it is waiving patient registration fees, allowing the sale of whole flower cannabis products, and increasing the amount of medical marijuana supply from 30 days to 60 days. According to state officials, patients certified through this new program will be issued certifications from the Office of Cannabis Management. Those already granted through the State Department of Health remain valid until the expiration date.
The Jefferson County Board of Elections is in need of more poll workers for the upcoming 2022 gubernatorial primary and general election. According to the State Board of Elections, New York is currently experiencing a critical shortage of poll workers due to COVID-19. The county is seeking people at least 17 years old to work at polls on various dates in June, October, and November. Poll workers are paid for training and each day of work they complete throughout the election season. Anyone interested can sign up online or over the phone.
Oshai Children's Hospital in Buffalo says fans of the Kansas City Chiefs have been sending in donations of $13 this week. The Chiefs knocked the Buffalo Bills out of the playoffs over the weekend with a touchdown in overtime that crushed the spirits of Bills fans everywhere. That game determined who would go on to battle the Cincinnati Bengals for the AFC Championship. The $13 donation amount is a symbolic of the game between the Chiefs and Bills because the Chiefs were able to bring the game to a tie with only 13 seconds left, sending the game into overtime. The game reignited discussion over the NFL's overtime rules, which have been debated for a long time, since a coin toss can be the deciding factor in the outcome of a football game. Regardless of how the game ended, Bills fans were waiting for the team's arrival back home with open arms and hopeful for next season.
Now let's take a look at events happening throughout the North Country with this week's Community Bulletin Board.
The American Legion in Philadelphia will be hosting a spaghetti dinner on January 29th with takeouts beginning at 4 p.m. A genealogy introduction workshop will be held at the Flower Memorial Library on February 1st from 6 to 7:30 p.m. The Bassett Baxter American Legion in Carthage hosts community brunch and wellness checks every Wednesday from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. There will be a chicken and biscuit dinner at the Richville Fire Department on February 2nd for takeouts only, beginning at 4 p.m. Do you have an event you'd like to share with the community? Share it with us. Submit your event by going to our website, informnny.com, then click on Community, then Community Events, and explain the event. ABC50 will then share your event with the North Country community.
Well, joining us now from the Tug Hill Land Trust is my good friend, Emily Males. Emily, always great to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Al.
Okay, so we're entering a new year. It's the first month of the new year, and we know that the Tug Hill Land Trust is doing all sorts of great things, but we thought it might be just a good idea to revisit exactly who it is that you guys are and what you're doing.
Yeah, so we are a nonprofit regional organization that works with private landowners, helping them protect working farms, forest, and wildlife in the Tug Hill region. We also work to promote appreciation for the land by doing special events, outings, community programs, and publications.
You mentioned there some community programs, and you have one coming up that I think is really cool. It might even make you say, hoo-hoo, because we're talking about an owl prowl, and I never even heard of such a thing. It's, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like bird watching, but just owls. Give us the rundown here.
Yep. So our Owl Prowl is one of our free winter outings. It is at the Joseph A. Blake Wildlife Sanctuary in Rutland. We start in the parking lot with just a brief little lesson on what owls we might encounter. Then we take a twilight walk and we listen and look. We do ask everyone to bring a flashlight or a headlamp because it is at night, and dress for the weather and wear sturdy shoes.
Well, again, all sorts of really awesome things going on at the Tug Hill Land Trust, and more events than just that. That's just the icing on the cake. So check out their website for more events coming up all this month, all winter long, and then into the spring and summer. Emily, thank you so much. Back to Delaney and Izzy.
Thank you, Alex and Emily, for sharing events happening at the Tug Hill Land Trust. And thank you for watching ABC50 Now Live. Join us weekly on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. on informnny.com for the latest North Country news, events, and weather updates.
You can also mark your calendars for February 9th, when our Honoring Black History special will air on ABC50 at 7 p.m. with stories from pillars of our North Country community. And don't forget to enter for your chance to win one of our contests, like the NNY Gets Lit book giveaway, for your chance to win one of this month's featured books.
And while you're here, you can also subscribe to our daily newsletter for local news delivered right to your inbox every morning. And you can continue to stay up to date by tuning into News Channel 9 on ABC50 for a full hour of news, weather, and sports every weekday at 5:30 p.m. With ABC50 Now, I'm Isabella Colello.
And I'm Delaney Kepner. We'll see you again next week.